Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday Night Reading Sprints. I have Layna here. She is my go-to wine connoisseur. Anytime I have a wine question, I'm like, I gotta text Layna. Or if I see something really cool, I'm like, I gotta show this to Layna. But the reason why I did this is because the Sleep When I'm Dead book club pick is based on like wineries, and like the sections in the books are like the process stations of all the, I guess, the different stages of making wine. So I was like, I have got to get Layna to do reading sprints. So I was super excited that you're able to do this. But do you want to introduce yourself in case anyone doesn't know who you are, which is a crime in this place? But
Yeah, my name is Layna. My channel is Layna's Bookshelf on YouTube as well as Instagram. And yeah, I enjoy wine. I've enjoyed wine since I was 16 years old. And my dad and I used to sit on the kitchen floor and learn about wines and different wines and how to pair them. And he did that intentionally because he thought if I was desensitized to it and like knew about good wine before college, that I wouldn't like go crazy in college. Because as a high school teacher, he saw a lot of people like graduate and then come back a year or two later and say that they like blew their scholarship or got caught drinking or whatever, and just like good kids that just had no experiences with alcohol and would just kind of go off the deep end. And so my dad's idea behind that was if we're already desensitized to it, and like normalized, then maybe we wouldn't go off the deep end. And for me, it worked because I got to college and, the girls in my dorm were getting like barefoot Moscato and stuff like that, and like the cheap winking owl stuff that you get for $2 at Aldi, which no shade on that, but I was just like, this isn't fun. I would rather be at my house with my dad drinking a $32 bottle of Merlot than, like I would rather have done that. And so it just like, it wasn't fun for me. So I'm like, why would I try and get alcohol underage when I could just go to my dad's house and he would just get me whatever I wanted.
right.
So yeah, so it's like a good memory of like it was something that my dad and I did together, and we learned a lot about it. And we like would make cheese to go with our wine, and I enjoy making cheese too. So yeah, wine's just a very fun pastime to me, and it gives me like good feelings and emotions. It reminds me of like my family. So those are some of the reasons that I like wine.
Nice.
So yeah, that's a little bit about me, and I have some fun wines here to try and talk to you about.
Yay. What are you reading tonight?
Tonight I will be starting The Hike by Lucy Clark. And Jesse actually gave this to me for my birthday, but it was like such like kismet because my gym that I'm a part of, I go to like a CrossFit functional fitness gym, and they had posted like 2 weeks ago about having a book club. And this was the book they were going to start with. And whoever wants to come, just like we'll have a fun discussion at the end of the month. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I already had this book on my radar. And then like literally 2 days later, it showed up at my house. I was like, oh, Jesse, somehow you knew.
I just knew.
Yeah, you knew. So I'm going to start this one so that I can have read it. And then I'm going to offer to loan it to other people at the gym if they aren't able to get a hold of a copy. So I'm going to read it at the beginning of the month. That way, if other people need to borrow it for the discussion, they can.
I love that. I was on the same way. I did not know that until just now.
So perfect.
Nice. Well, hello everyone. My name is Jessie. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my reading sprints. I don't have a fun story of wine like Layna does. I'm still trying to like find like my footing with wine. But I typically like a sweeter red, but I found that I'm like whites, I have like no issues with, I believe. So, but like a sweeter red, I don't like anything too dry. So, but like dry whites are not that big of an issue with me. Yeah, I actually bought 3 bottles of wine tonight that I've never tried before. So this is gonna be new for me. So we'll see how this goes. And just based on like what the marketing of the books, I came up with some book recommendations, and I know Layna also has some book recommendations. So I think what we're going to do, once I get through all the introductions of everyone's comments, I think we're going to try some wine and give some recommendations. And then we'll read and then we'll come back and do it again. So I'm super excited. But yeah, everyone, let me know what you plan to read or drink tonight. If you're not drinking, no worries, no judgment. Totally get it. Hello, Grandma Susan. Listening to Magic of Lemon Drop Pie. About 20 minutes to go. Drinking a hot lemon tea. That sounds perfect. Lemon tea for your lemon book. I love that. Hello, Brandon. Reading Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney tonight. Let us know how that is. Currently 7 p.m. and I'm freezing. I have 2 fluffy blankets on top of me and I'm continuing Raven's Dagger. 50% in. Not my favorite. 3.75 star prediction. Nice. Page 2 of Heartless by Elsie Silver. Finishing up some things around the house, then starting The Favorites by Lane Fargo. Every time I see Lane Fargo, I always think of Layna because it's 1 letter off. But I am really excited to read that one, so hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I really want to read that one too. I've given Lane Fargo books 5 and 4 stars, the 2 that I've read. So
yeah.
I'm excited to read another one.
Yeah, and it's different. It's not like her normal genre, I guess. So
I think I got it in Book of the Month, actually. I haven't opened my month yet.
Yeah, that's what I got that and the Kate Alice Marshall book. Duh. Hello, still reading Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles. Hoping to finish it tonight or tomorrow at least. Nice. Hey, Gwen. Cheers. Clink. Hello. You'll have to let me know what you think about that book. Yeah, actually, The Favorites. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gabby's here. Happy birthday. I just got done eating dinner and now sitting down to read with you all. Yay. Happy I made this. Nice. Here is the link to Layna's channel. I did not pre-plan and put it in the description box, but I will do that after we end tonight. So definitely go subscribe. Will do. I have high hopes. Also, the formatting makes it seem like it's going to be a super fast read. That's good because I think it's a little chunky.
That's how I felt about The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden because I got the Book of the Month version, but they didn't like reformat it to make it like wider on the page. So it had like really small margins and like the size of like a paperback. So it like moved really quickly.
Yeah. And plus, popcorn thriller always moves fast. Just finished The Boyfriend, 5 stars, starting 1 by 1. Nice. Also love wine. I just went to Finger Lakes Wine Trails for Christmas. Cute. Hello, Taylor. There's my other wine person. Reading The Women, drinking kombucha, dry January. Oh, boo. That's such a letdown, Yvette. How dare you?
I know. I bet we were counting on you.
Hello, Jules. How's it going? I'm from the Finger Lakes, Gabby. I hope you loved it out there. It's stunning. Happy birthday again. What did you think of The Women? I loved it, and it was quite intense. Layna, my parents did the same for me. We started a real small shot glass amount, and then in high school we were allowed more. Nice. I had my first alcoholic drink, and it was a red eye, and it was disgusting. And I will not drink red eyes because I'm scarred at being 14. Jules is going to start the Sleep When I'm Dead pick Till Death Do Us Part. That's actually going to be my next book after I finish reading, which I'm reading, The Lake of Lost Girls. Actually, I have the prettier cover right here. Oops. So this is the Patreon buddy read. About 25% into this one, and I'm really enjoying it. Then I'm going to read Till Death Do Us Part. Hey, Jen, starting The Lake of Lost Girls tonight. Thank you. Oh, also, Jen just joined Patreon, so thank you so much, Jen. Woo-woo. Reading The Last Trip by Kirsten Modglin. Hopefully you're enjoying that one. What Lies in the Woods, one of my favorites. I just started and can already tell it will be wonderful, but I might need something lighter for the moment and then go back. We'll see. Nice. Yeah, Gwen, what are you reading? My favorite is GSM in Champagne. Nice. I think I'm going to jump back into Worst Case Scenario by TJ Newman.
Oh, yay. Let us know how you're liking that one, Gwen.
I couldn't picture it at first because it's not falling or drowning. It's like a title that does not fall into the norm.
Yeah, the last book that I gifted Gwen was a 5-star, and it was The Boyfriend. So I'm on a good streak. So hopefully this one is too.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Have you read that one?
Not
No.
yet. I haven't read it yet.
I do have Falling. That's going to be hopefully on my February TBR. If
I
not,
gave
definitely March.
Falling 5 stars. I gave Drowning 4 stars.
Nice.
So I'm hoping that I don't give this one 3 stars.
Doesn't follow the downward trend.
Yeah.
Finishing Natural Beauty and then starting The 3 Lives of Kate K by Kate Fagan. This is so much fun. Yay. Drinking water. We love that. Ice cold water. I'm so cool too. Hi, Corinna. Funny Feels. It's a backlist book. Nice. Laura is here. Oops. And I just deleted her comment. Till Death Do Us Part. Don't know much about wine, but like Norton, if there is a thing, might be a Missouri wine thing.
Yeah, Norton is a type of grape. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but my head went to Horton Hears a Who. I was like, is this a rhyme?
Norton Hears a Who.
Norton Hears a Who. Drinking a Bryn Vineyard Super Narrow. I'm like super stupid when it comes to like talking anything about wine. So that's why I have Layna here to be like, set me straight. Starting a Killing Cold tonight. Awesome. Hey, Keisha, currently embroidering. Oh, interesting. And then I'm going to read Pearl in the Sand by Tessa, that last name. Nice. Welcome. I had champagne last night during the game, so just water for me tonight. Nice. You got your Sleep When I'm Dead bookmark today. That's so awesome. Yay. Yeah, I heard she's softy enough, the favorites. I was like, I'm going to cancel out your negativity. I'm going to finish up reading Evolved by Jessica Gomez. I just have 2 chapters left. I want to start the next book in the series, Drinking Coffee. Funny Feelings. Some reason my comment appears twice. Sorry. No worries. The Chunker When the Moon Hatched. Nice. Love that book and author. What are you embroidering? Happy birthday, Gabby. Yeah. It's so good. It's such like a super fast-paced book. Lessons in Chemistry. Made some brownies and doing some reading of Little Women tonight. Nice. Hi, Hannah. No worries. Just doing a beginner practice kit, and I'm really enjoying it. So therapeutic. Nice. This just gives you an excuse to do it again. Quarterly event. I promise. Okay, you'll be my next person on. Or maybe I'll just have all of you. Yes, welcome. Pinot Grigio. Nice. Oh, and for white wine, I usually like a Riesling. Nice. Okay, so I think Layna's going to start with white wines, and I'm going to do reds. So did you want to start with your first one and your recommendation?
Sure. So the first one I have is A Seaworthy Tale, and it's a Sauvignon Blanc from California. And it says, embark on a sensory voyage crafted amidst the sun-drenched vineyards of California's coastal breeze. The crisp and refreshing white wine intertwines the essence of citrusy zest with hints of tropical fruits, delivering a captivating palate adventure. Savor the maritime allure in each sip as this wine whispers tales of the sea with every glass. So that's a lot of words. But Sauvignon Blanc is more of a sweet variety of whites. And I have tried this one already. It was in my Costco wine advent calendar. But it's talking about adventure and California and things like that. And also Sauvignon Blanc is like not as complex of a wine. It's more straightforward. Doesn't have as many like undertones and things like that. And it just is pretty straightforward. And I think of Sauvignon Blanc with like summertime and just like light and airy, something that you'd eat with like a salad. So I don't know if this makes any sense, the book pairings, but it's just kind of like the vibes that the wine gives. So the first one is He Started It by Samantha Downing, because this talks about a journey and these 3 siblings have to go on a road trip in order to get their inheritance. And it's just pretty straightforward, and it was a good time, a nice adventure. It didn't take itself too seriously. It wasn't very complex. It was just kind of like what you see is what you get. And so that's my first recommendation, or pairing rather. And then my second recommendation is Fly Girl by Anne Hood, and it's a memoir about a woman who, well, she's an author. She's written other, like fiction books, but she was a flight attendant in the 70s. And it's just, again, adventure. Pretty straightforward. This one was, just made me feel happy. And yeah, so just like, nothing really negative about it. Just reminiscing with all of the different types of air traffic and traveling, and kind of the progression of the aviation industry, but also a little bit of her life. And she did travel to California a lot as part of one of her routes. So yeah, I don't know if either of these make sense, but in my mind, they give me the same vibes as
No, I
a
like
Sauvignon
that.
Blanc.
Yeah. No, I like that. That was, as soon as she pulled up both of them, I was like, I see where she's going with that. I suck at this. I have it almost ready. So my first red, I'm actually really excited to try this. So this is by Gnarly Head. I also love a pretty label. But this is Gnarly Head. It's
Okay.
sparkly.
Grateful Dead.
Yeah, it's a special edition in honor of the Grateful Dead. Let's see. It says, when the Grateful Dead took stage, the music had a life of its own, creative and free-willing. Let's see. This is a limited edition Grateful Dead bottle. Let's see. Incredibly flavorful flavors of deep berry fruit and spice. Add a hint of toasty vanilla aromas and an endless finish. You'll have a natural, intense red that's ready to pair with nearly 60 years of classic music. So, and this is a Zinfandel. So
Zinfandel, yeah.
Yeah. So for the ones I have for that, I actually have 4 book recommendations. So just solely based on the label, I have Butcher and Blackbird. I don't have the books, but I just thought like this label was just giving me like Butcher and Blackbird, like death, and also like a little bit romantic labeling as well. I also thought of The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden, just because it's a red wine, and just like a little bit of spice, but not too, like I wouldn't consider that a spicy book. I also thought of Jar of Hearts because of like the spice, but also like a little bit of sweet vanilla. Reminds me of like those cinnamon candies mentioned in the book, even though this doesn't have cinnamon. And then because this is inspired with the Grateful Dead, I also put Daisy Jones and the Six, because pretty iconic fictional band. So those were my recommendations based on that.
Nice.
So hopefully I like this. We'll see. Ooh. What's your next one?
Okay, so my next one, I have to open it. Okay, so this I actually got on Saturday for my birthday. And so I did try this when we were in the tasting room. This is from Bozo Family Vineyards, and it's in Loudoun County, Virginia. Loudoun County is like the wine region of Virginia. Most of Virginia wines are made in Loudoun County.
Yeah.
And so it's a 2020 Chardonnay, and it's called Kelly Ann. And they like name all of their wines after family members. But it was a really cute little winery, and they actually gave me my tasting for free because it was my birthday. And then my friend Kat, they when we were checking out, the girl that was checking us out was like, "Are you armed forces, like police or teacher?" And Kat was like, "Well, we're dance teachers." And the girl was like, I'll count it. So my tasting was free, and we got the teacher discount. So Kat was like, "I have money left over, Layna. I can buy you a bottle." So my friend Kat bought this for me. And Chardonnay is my favorite type of white, and it is a lot more complex than the Sauvignon Blanc. Chardonnays are typically aged longer, either in a steel barrel or a oak barrel, and this is steel barrel. All of their whites from this vineyard are steel barrel, and I prefer that because it gives you a more complex kind of like bite to the wine. So this one is very interesting because it has almost a different taste on the end than it does on the beginning, and it doesn't smell like it tastes. It smells very fruity, but it's actually very dry and like has a good amount of bite to it. It's like zesty. So hang on, let me drink this one real quick. Okay. And again, this is served chilled, like the Sauvignon Blanc. Oh yes. Very good. Very good. Almost tastes like lemony. So my recommendations are 2 romances, and they are both emotional and complex. They have like a lot going on, a lot of different emotional aspects to them. The first is Abby Jimenez, Just for the Summer. This is very complex, and there's a lot of stuff packed in here: toxic mother, PTSD, adoption, all kinds of stuff. And the male character as well is very complex and just a great character. And so yeah, complex is the name of the game here. But also like this, even just the cover is like light and airy and like summertime. Which is what I think of when I think of whites. And then the other one I just read in November for Historathon, and it's The Love Elixir of Augusta Stern. And this was a book of the month in September, but I haven't heard anybody talk about it, and it was so good. I gave it 4 stars. And this, Jesse, you're going to be impressed because it's 2 things that I don't like. It's second chance romance. I don't like that. And it has magical realism, and I don't like that. But I just loved this. It's about a woman who moves to a retirement community, and she sees there her lost love, who she was betrothed to, and then he just went off and married somebody else. And she never married, and she just threw her entire life into her work. She never had children. She was a pharmacist, and she learned about being a pharmacist from her father, growing up in Brooklyn, but also from her great aunt. And her great aunt had this like magical power where she would make this soup, and whatever they wanted would like come true. It would like show them what they truly wanted in life. So it was like this potion. And so yeah, so they weren't sure if it was, you know, is it magical realism or is it just like the placebo effect? And you still don't really know by the end of the book, but it's complex. It's about older people, retired people, and this is an aged wine. It's been aged 5 years at this point. And so yeah, I just keep talking about this book because I never hear anybody talk about it, and it's so good. It's very underrated.
Nice. My next one is another red. It is Phantom wine. I love this bottle.
Ooh.
I know, isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Let's see. So I'm going to actually read what's on their website because this is what really attracted me. So it's a proprietary red. Phantom, the mysterious apparition of ripe berry and relentless spice, returns to haunt wine lovers. Full concentration and intensity, this wine will tease, tantalize, and linger long after the last sip is gone, with wild berries and black pepper are framed by the influence of oak, again with the baking spices and a hint of toasty vanilla. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Also on their website, you can actually submit a ghost story. I don't know what that's for, but I thought that was
nice.
So because this has like haunting, like kind of lingering type of things. I also thought this would be great for the book club pick because it's about a woman whose husband mysteriously drowned, even though his body was never discovered. And now years later, she's getting ready to get remarried. And then she thinks she saw her husband, but maybe it was a hallucination. Is he dead? So, like, I thought that kind of reminded me of this. The other ones I put just for like more of a haunting type of vibe, I put Murder Road by Simone St. James. You can honestly do any Simone St. James because she has that element in there. I put We Used to Live Here. And then I also thought of like vampires because of like a little bit of spice, but like also like red wine. And so I did not want to do So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison, but I was like, what other vampire book? So I thought of Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. So that is my recommendation on that one. So
I almost use Midnight is the Darkest Hour for one of these, for one of my reads.
Interesting. Also, that Grateful Dead one, it's good. It's like sweet and then it goes straight to dry. It's like, yeah, it's kind of interesting, but let's see what this one tastes like. Oh, I smell the black pepper. I like this one more. And this is also just like a red.
Like
it was just in the
red
red
blend.
blend. Yeah, which is my go-to. So this one I think is my favorite so far. So I'm probably gonna pour me a full glass of this one for the first round. Which one are you gonna read for the first round?
I think I'm gonna continue with the Chardonnay.
Okay.
First round.
Nice. So yeah, we'll go to reading sprints here in a second, and then when we come back from the first break, I'm going to do a white wine, and she's going to do some red wines. So, this one, Sauvignon Blanc is my favorite white, and that one is a pirate coated. Taking notes. I will get that one at Total Wine.
Oh, I'm always jealous when people have Total Wine in their town. I don't have one.
Yeah, I don't have one either. Heard you talk about Fly Girls before. Officially added to my TBR. Good pairing.
So good.
Welcome, Jen. What kind was your wine? So I had the Phantom one was just a normal red blend, and then this other one was a Zinfandel. Hi, Courtney. Used to live in Loudoun County.
Nice. It's about 30 minutes from me.
It's about an hour away from Corinna.
Oh, yeah.
My dog is very intrigued by the sound Layna was
making. This one?
Yeah. I need to get one of those because I actually broke my cork in half.
Oh, yeah. I love this thing. It's a game changer. And like the base is like a little thing to cinch off the top.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Chug. Drinking dry red wine, but also love a nice dry or semi-dry white. I'm reading Red Dragon by Thomas Harris. It's kind of the prequel to Silence of the Lambs. Oh, okay. Nice. I didn't know that. Happy belated birthday to Layna as well.
Thank you.
Catching up with comments and the nurse came in. I love that you're doing this wine and book pairing. I just attended a chocolate and wine pairing party. Nice.
Yeah, one of the wineries we went to this weekend, you could like pay a couple extra dollars and do a chocolate pairing, and they gave you like a little chocolate with each of them, and they were good. And like we were told to like try the wine and try the chocolate, but then to leave the chocolate in your mouth and then finish the rest of your wine, and it like totally changed the flavor. It was crazy.
Huh. I mean, I love me some good chocolate, so
they were good. All except for one. One was like really peppery. Like it had a lot of like black pepper in it. And yeah, I wasn't a fan of that one, but all the others were like really good.
Love this wine and rec segment. Nice. The wine is so unique and fun. I hope you do this often. Well, you never know. Not a wine drinker, but I love reading. I'm also from Virginia. I'm reading Counting Miracles by Nicholas Sparks. Nice. Well, welcome. Well, we will do our first round of sprints. I want to pour me a full glass. But I tried so hard to find like a winery ambiance. I couldn't find anything without music. So we're just going to do a cozy
Ooh.
winter. I actually used this one for Patreon sprints last night. So, but yeah, let's see. It's 8:30. Do you want to read until like 10 after?
10 after? Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. We'll read and then come back and talk and try some more wines.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, everyone, give us an update on your reading, or if you joined us, what are you drinking? But how's your book, Layna?
It's good so far. I made it to page 40. It's
Okay.
about three women who they're friends and they take like a girls' trip every year. And this year, the girl who picked what they did for girls' trip decided that they would hike for 4 days in Norway. So they're from England and they travel to Norway, but it doesn't have I often don't love British books, but this doesn't like feel British.
Mhm.
If that makes sense. I'm also reading it physically, so that always helps if a book is British versus
Mm.
listening to it. Sometimes I have a hard time understanding, but so far it's good. They're about to take this really tough hike, and they just found out that a woman disappeared there um, about a year ago. So that's all I have so far. So yeah, so
Nice.
far so good.
Nice. I got 40% into my book. I started at 26, so yeah. It says I'm on page 128 and I'm really liking it. However, like something weird and creepy happened. I'm like, I really hope that's not the twist because it's really icky. But I don't want to say in case anyone wants to read it. But I am liking it. It reminds me a lot of Listen for the Lie, a little bit of like The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. And then it
Mm.
kind of also reminds me of What Lies in the Woods by um, Kate Alice Marshall. So, but I'm liking it. I would not like this book got pitched to me as like it's the best podcast type thriller book. It's really not.
Mm.
There's way better, but I mean, it does have those cool elements. So,
Yeah.
but I'm enjoying it. And it has like the last chapter I had at the very end, it's got an Instagram, Facebook post type of
Oh,
thing. So it does have like mixed media in it too.
cool.
So, but yeah, everyone else, let me know. Let's see. I think this is where I left off. You'll have a few bottles open. You'll need to polish off this week. Yeah. Well, I was telling Layna earlier, I like was so looking forward to a glass of wine because I had a crazy start to the day because my car wouldn't start, but it's fixed. So crisis averted. So I was like, I really need a tall glass of wine. If you ever want to do a mixed drink or beer tasting, I'm down. Mine gives me headaches, so I can't drink it very often. Yeah, I would totally do that. Also, wine definitely makes me like more flushed in the face too. So,
Yeah.
but oh well. I finished drinking my coffee and switched to water. Played Coin Master for half the sprint and then read half a chapter. Nice. Oh, your little puppy's so cute in your little profile photo.
Oh.
Watched part of the football game. Embroidered some French knots and going to read the next sprint. Nice. I love your new cozy hobby. Sat down, so I'll read the next sprint. Awesome. 27 pages. Finished the last trip. It was just 2 stars for me, unfortunately. Oh no. I think Faith was also reading that and she was really enjoying it. So I feel like Kirsten Modulin is like kind of like not intriguing me anymore. So I don't know. Hot take.
Yeah, I feel like after a while, all of her books start
Yeah.
seeming the same.
Yeah. I feel like I went from like her to like Frida McFadden, and I don't know
Yeah.
why, but but I do have one more. It was sent to me for my birthday. It's You'll Never Know I'm Here. So I need to read that. I told myself I'm not gonna buy any more of her books until I finish that one because that's the last one I own by her. Um, French knots are so pretty and classy. Read 40-ish pages. Awesome. Page 29, too early to say, but if it's good or not. Made to page 30 of Lake of Lost Girls. I agree with you. It reminds me a lot of Listen for the Light. Yeah. Also, I have called this book every book title except what it's actually called. I said The House Across the Lake, the the girls of Lost Lake, even though it's the Lake of Lost Girls. And I'm actually vlogging it. And I was talking to my camera. I was like, yeah, I'm reading the Lost Girls of Willowbrook. And I was like, wait, that's not it either.
I mean, you could be.
Yeah. So I was like, that's so funny because I think I updated my vlog like maybe 15 minutes before we started. And I was like, that's so funny that that's Layna's favorite book. Page 10 and broke down the chapters for a buddy read. Nice. Only 12 pages, ate dinner too. Switched to What the River Knows just to get in a better headspace. Awesome. Send the glossary of When the Moon Hatched. Definitely will return to the women in a few days. Nice. I just came in. I'm currently reading James. I've heard good things about that one as well. Alrighty, so we just got done with all the comments. Let's go ahead and talk about the next set of wines. I think you have two reds, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I have one white, so you go ahead and start.
All right. So this is one of my favorites from the grocery store, and this is Apothic Crush. So Apothic Red is a pretty popular brand. It's fairly inexpensive, and it's really good for grocery store wine, and it only costs like $11 or $12. So this is a soft red blend. It's velvety and smooth, and this is a 2022 vintage. And it says, inspired by the Apotheca, a mysterious place where some of the earliest wine was blended and stored, Apothic wines offer a truly unique wine experience. Crush is a decadent red blend with luscious notes of ripe red berries and hints of caramel, rounded out by a velvety, smooth finish and made with passion. So, as I open this, I'll talk about my first one. And I have tried this one before, but my other red I haven't tried before. So the first one, and like when I think of red blends, they sometimes can, you never really know what you're going to get. So they can, I've had some that can be messy, and just not really blend well together. I've had some really good ones and some really bad ones, but I think of red blend is nice for like a snowy day, like eating pasta with red sauce, things like that. My first one, and sometimes, especially Apothic, like red blends can be a little bit pretentious, because to be considered a red blend, you have to have certain percentages of certain types of grapes that are typically the more expensive, refined, kind of pompous grapes. So my first pairing is the Family Game, which you kind of have, a little bit pompous, ritzy, rich people, and it's snowy. And I think of this for like a snowy day. And this is just something that you would have that's like with something really rich. So rich people.
I love that.
And this takes place between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and a woman goes to meet her fiance's family, and they play this kind of macabre game every year, and it's kind of a like who's the best of the rich people. And this has an interesting element of whenever people are on the phone, it sounds like you're listening to a voicemail, and it's kind of cool. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I read it a couple of years ago, but it just really different elements of it remind me.
Yeah, I liked that book too, so that's a good recommendation.
And then my other pairing is 11/22/63, and partly because of like the red and black, but also because it's like more complex, can be a little bit pretentious, and I definitely felt like the character in here was a little bit pretentious. It does have a little bit of like rich people drama, so you're talking about like JFK's assassination, has some magical realism. And I don't know, it just gave me similar vibes. Like I said, like plus the colors kind of go well. And this is another favorite of mine, and I know it's a favorite of Jesse's too. And it's a pretty popular Stephen King. It's chunky, but it really doesn't feel all that long. Like I couldn't think of a part that I would take out to make it shorter. Like it all is very necessary. And yeah, has a little bit of a magical realism element, like a time travel element, but very good. If you think you don't like Stephen King, read this one because it's very different
Mm-hmm.
from Stephen King's.
Exactly. That's my favorite Stephen King, or that's my favorite book of all time as of right now. And I actually just reread that one. So still 5 stars. So
Nice.
that was a great pairing, man. Okay. So my next one, I'm actually really excited because I've tried another version of this brand. I believe I can't remember what it is, but it's the other one. Like once you see the cover, you'll know exactly what it is. But it is 19 Crimes with Snoop Dogg on it.
I love
But
Snoopy.
yeah, like I have had the normal red Snoop Dogg. I don't even know what it is, but I've had that one before. But I've
Yeah.
always wanted to try the other ones with Snoop Dogg's face on it. So this is the Cali Blanc. Let's see. This does not say what the website says. I'm just going to read what I wrote. So it is notes of bright citrus and tropical fruit flavors with herbal notes and a refreshing finish. So I took those things and I have 3 recommendations. I have The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren because it takes place during a destination wedding. I believe they're in Thailand.
I think so.
Or somewhere like there's somewhere near like the Indian Ocean and stuff like that. But like tropical and like I don't know, it just felt like that was like the perfect setting. And then for like the last part of it where it says it has a refreshing finish, I thought of The Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. Just because she travels to Prince Edward Island each summer, hoping to have like a fresh start each summer. And I don't know, just get like that refreshing coastal beachy vibe. And then the last one I have is People We Meet on Vacation because it's something that it's about friends to lovers, and every summer these 2 friends take a vacation together. Something happened to where they're no longer friends, but they come back together to take another vacation. Feelings start to get mixed up. But it's like something that like a refresh of every. So that's what I was kind of basing it off of. So I'm really excited to try this one, and it's a twist top. So that makes me super happy. Yeah.
Yeah, the traditional Snoop Dogg white or red blend is one of my favorite wines of all time. And just recently, Tyler and I were at like a different brand of grocery store in like a different town, and I found like a remix. It's like a new and updated version of the Snoop Dogg wine, and I'd never seen it before, so I got one. We haven't tried it yet.
Interesting.
But yeah, 19 Crimes. If anybody likes wine and they haven't tried 19 Crimes, I highly recommend. Very good wine. And if you go to their website, you can literally scan the label, and the people talk to you.
That's so. I haven't tried that yet, but yeah, that. I don't know.
Cool.
There's also a purple label. I don't know what it is, but like I'm drawn to the color purple. So, and I have not tried his rosé yet.
Is the purple one? Is that the one that has Martha Stewart on the cover?
No, it's got Snoop Dogg on it.
Oh,
I'll have to look it up real quick.
What grocery store are you getting these at?
Hey Roger, Kroger.
Oh, yeah. We don't have a Kroger. I don't think I've ever even been to a Kroger.
Oh man,
ours only has the traditional Snoop Dogg and the Marthas, like a couple of them. It only has like 4 varieties. But there's a bunch.
I have seen the Martha Stewart one.
Yeah,
which I think is hilarious.
And people in the comments are saying that Snoop Dogg is also on the champagne. I like champagne.
You know, I almost did because I was having a hard time like finding a third one. I was like, what if I do a mimosa? Would that be weird? But then I couldn't think of anything that would go with mimosa for a recommendation. So I was just like, whatever. No, there was a purple one. What was it? 19 Crimes Snoop Dogg Cali Smooth. It won't let me zoom. Stop it. Yeah, I don't know if it's purple.
Cali Smooth. Is that the one? Let me grab the one that I got and see what it was. Yep, that is the one I got. The Cali Smooth.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and
Interesting.
it says it's a silky red blend, a gentle spin on the familiar Cali red, which is like the main
His
one.
traditional one.
Ripe with dark fruit notes and toasted oak, caramel and vanilla undertones make for a silky smooth finish. So yeah, I haven't tried this one yet, but yeah, this was the first time I saw it. Was in the the Food Lion in the next town over.
Yeah, he's got a rosé and
I've never seen any of those.
Cali Gold. What's that?
There's
I wonder if that's the champagne.
So there's a Cali Red, a Cali Smooth, and a Cali Gold.
Features floral and citrus aromas. Tropical fruit, lemon.
I'm coming to Roanoke and going to Kroger with you.
Yes. Come over. Yeah, this one actually looks really good too.
This wine also, this Apothic, would be really good with chocolate. It has very chocolatey undertones.
Chocolate is... Gosh, now I want chocolate. I'm going to have to go find some. What's your next wine?
All right, so my next one.
Oh, thank you, Laura. Martha is the Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Martha's Chard. All right, so this one is a Malbec. This is Diseño. It is from Argentina, and Malbec is one of my favorite styles of red. Malbec has thrived in Argentina since the 1800s when cuttings were transplanted from their original home in France. Now considered amongst the world's most distinguished red wine, Malbec flourishes in Mendoza. Argentina's most highly respected viogniers supply Diseño Malbec from vineyards in Mendoza. Vines grow in fertile soil rich with mineral deposits, irrigated by heavy winter snow melt from the Andes glaciers. This Malbec is a rich wine with an inviting bouquet of stone fruit, coffee, blueberry, spice, and chocolate notes. So, Malbecs are usually very dark, very bold. Definitely not a wine that I would start somebody off with if they hadn't had reds before. I would probably start them with like a red blend. Definitely an acquired taste. A lot of people don't like Malbec because it is so bold and dark and peppery.
That's me.
Yeah, it can be very strong. Sometimes the notes that I get are like leather or peppery or like leather, peppery, just different tannins like that. Sometimes I even had some that smelled like mushrooms. So yeah, just different bold, dark things like that. So my first pairing is the Lost Girls of Willowbrook because it is dark and it is definitely... I want to say it's an acquired taste, but it's really not because different people that like different genres would really like this. And I'm just going to talk about it forever. So, but yeah, it's, it has a lot of different elements to it. A little bit historical, a little bit thriller, a little bit serial killer, a little bit YA. Like it has a little bit of everything. So a lot of different depth of story. And yeah, really dark. And then my other one is The Clinic by Kate Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
Also pretty dark and complex. And I also feel like it'd be an acquired taste. But this is about a woman whose sister is found dead at this fancy schmancy addiction clinic. And so she goes undercover to figure out from the inside what really happened to her sister. So yeah, mystery, complex, has some unlikable characters. So definitely a lot of different elements to it. But yeah, like when I think of this book, I just think like dark, intense, atmospheric. So, and BJ The first book I talked about was The Lost Girls of Willowbrook by Ellen Marie Wiseman, and it is my favorite book of all time.
So she shared my favorite book. She shared her favorite book. So I also called my book The Lost Girls of
It
Willowbrook.
smells very leathery and very peppery and like smoky.
Nice. Let's see. I think I'll start the Lake of Lost Girls. Gosh, I could not get the title right. Hi, just joined. Going to read Great and Precious Things by Rebecca Yaros for my in-person book club. Well, welcome in. OMG, I have 200 pages to go in 11/22/63, and I think it has a high chance of being considered a favorite of all time. Agreed. It's also detailed and so well done. Yes.
You will sob at the ending if you're 200 pages from the end.
I mean, I did, and I had read it before. It's on my list, 11/22/63. The 1963 is the year my parents got married. Oh, that's so sweet. My favorite champagne is 19 Crimes, and I think it's hilarious. Snoop. And I love the Martha. One of them, Snoop, also is on the champagne. Nice. Yes, Corinna. Oh, my word, I've never heard anyone say K. Roger, and that's hilarious. We have Kroger here, but I think I'll have to. I always call it K. Roger. Like Chipotle is Chipotle. Like when we
Target is Target.
Target. What is
so we call Walmart. My parents call it Wally World.
Yep, we call it that too. We also say Home Depot, even though it's Home Depot. So, but yeah, when we got a Chipotle, like the older generation was like, "What is this Chipotle place?" I'm like, it's Chipotle. Like,
my dad used to call it Chipotle.
Chipotle. I've heard that one too. But yeah, I always call it Chipotle. So,
it's Chipotle.
Cali Gold is the champagne. Sparkling. Martha's on the Chardonnay. Young Malbec. I knew to stay away from that because I knew I did not like that. Tobacco. A little bit Alexis. You've already showed that. Hello, popping in. This is perfect. My dad owns a wine shop, so always well stocked. Books and wine just go together. Yes. I told my husband, because he works in like the beer industry, I was like, we should open a bookstore with a brewery. Like we could do wines and all that other stuff. But he was like, no. I was like, okay.
I was talking to my friend Kat the other day, and I was saying that she and I should open a winery, and the theme should be wine and naps. So you go in, you get a glass of wine, and then there's like little rooms that you can rent to just take a nap.
That would be perfect.
Because wine makes me sleepy.
It does me too. Like if I don't like, I feel like when a lot of people, like with my friend group, like I'm always the listener versus like the chatter sometimes. And so like I'll like if I'm drinking wine, I'm like, so yeah. All right, let's do one more sprint. Do you want to go like 10 after again? Do another short one real quick?
Sure.
Perfect. All right, we'll do our last sprint. We'll read till 10 after, and then we'll come back and wrap up. So happy reading, everyone. And if anyone wants to leave a wine recommendation to us, feel free. I'm sure I have not heard of anything, so I'm sure Layna has heard of everything. But yeah, we'll come back at 10 after. Alrighty. How did everyone do? Give us a small update before we finish. Layna, how far did you get into the hike?
Well, I made it to page 89. So I'm on the first day of their hike.
Hmm.
And we're starting to learn some of the secrets that they have.
Ooh.
So far, so good. Still liking it.
Is it just one point of view or is it multiple point of views?
No, it's point of views from all the different girls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's nice. And so they're talking about their own secrets in their POVs, but like the other girls don't know. But like you as the reader know. So I like that.
Nice. My goal was to get to 50%. I don't even know. Yep, I'm right at 50%. I was updating. I think my one theory from the last one is true, but not to like the extreme. Maybe. I don't know. And then I was like, I think the author's trying to make me think one thing, but no. But actually it did happen. So I don't know. I have so many questions, but I'm liking it. It's just kind of icky in the same sense. So yeah. But I finished my glass of the Snoop Dogg wine and put that up, and finishing the remains of my depressing Diet Coke, which is always top notch. Yeah, everyone else, let me know how far you got into your reading. Let's see. Oh my gosh, yes, wine makes me sleepy too. We're going to a winery this weekend and staying in a villa there. The restaurant and tasting rooms closes at 8. I'll be sleeping by 9.
Yep.
That's funny. Nice. Suggestions on Daunted Cab Sauv. I cannot pronounce that wine. I have heard of this other one. Oyster Bay. Interesting. Nice. Okay. I'm actually just going to take a screenshot or a picture of this so I can look these up later. So, oops. There we go. Jumping off to watch Survivor with the hubby. Thanks for sprints and fun with wine, Jesse and Layna, of course. Finish your book, 4 stars. I think we'll almost start the next one tomorrow. Good call. Thanks for sprints, of course, Grandma Susan. Jules out here doing the most by taking a nap. And you know, it's funny. You did not drink wine, and yet you fell asleep. That's funny. Read 4 chapters in your book, James. Nice. Made page 65 of 1 by 1. It's getting pretty good. I hope you enjoy. Chapters are very long. Sounds like a lot. Thanks. Chapter 3. I think it will be fun. Changed my mind and started Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Center. Made it to 8%. Thanks for sprints. Of course. Read another 30 pages of the Lake book. Yeah. That's what I'm just going to keep calling. That's what I'm going to call it. Yeah. Whatever it's called. Yes. Oh my gosh. I look like, oh, don't look at my pink cheeks. Read 20 pages. Awesome. Girl, my dog was snuggling. It was snoring and it was putting me out. I feel ya. So we're going to have a rager when we do like mixed drinks and beer, right, Jules? I love that. Awesome. Well, thank you, Layna, for, doing this with me. I you're my wine girly, so I had to have you on here too. So
yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun to talk about wine and books. And...
yeah, 2 of your favorite things, right?
I know.
My face gets super red when I drink too much. I don't think I drink too much. I just get rosy anyways. So
and I love it. It's like natural blush.
If I could only get natural contour, that would be even better. So
yeah, what do I need to drink to get that?
I mean, coffee's brown, contour's brown. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, everyone, make sure you go subscribe to Layna. I will put her link in the description box after we end. Of course, thank you so much. Oh no, I knew what you meant. Anyways, but we will see you guys on the next one. Let's see. We have 2 weeks until the Sleep When I'm Dead book club discussion for Till Death Do Us Part, which is a winery thriller, I guess. I'm hoping there's wine in there. But yeah, and we also have the author interview coming up shortly as well. So that should be fun. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys all in the next one. And toodaloo. Bye.
Bye.